Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Al Jazeera, massive public commemorations have commenced in Tehran for Iran's assassinated supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was killed in a joint U.S.-Israeli airstrike in February 2026. Iranian authorities are using the ceremonies to project a powerful message of regime continuity and blood vengeance, symbolized by the widespread display of red martyrdom flags. Khamenei's son, Mojtaba Khamenei, was selected as the new supreme leader in March, though he is not attending the funeral due to high security concerns. The government has effectively shut down the country for 2 days to encourage public participation in the ceremonies, with millions expected to join the funeral processions. Tight security has been established across the capital, with snipers and armored vehicles deployed. Representatives from numerous nations, as well as members of the Iran-backed Axis of Resistance, including Hamas, the Houthis, and Hezbollah, have gathered in Tehran to pay their respects. According to a report by Al Jazeera, Gaza's Ministry of Health has announced that at least 16 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli attacks or recovered from beneath the rubble of destroyed buildings over the past 48 hours. Among the casualties, 7 individuals were killed in recent military strikes by Israeli forces, while 9 additional bodies were retrieved from debris across the besieged enclave. Additionally, 16 people were reported injured during the same time frame. These recent casualties occurred despite a United States-brokered nominal ceasefire agreed upon by Israel and Hamas in October. While large-scale combat has subsided, the Ministry of Health reported that continuous Israeli military violations of the truce have killed 1,066 people and wounded 3,445 others since the agreement took effect. This brings the total death toll of the conflict in Gaza since October 2023 to 73,090, with over 173,000 injured. Meanwhile, negotiations for a second phase of the ceasefire, which involves Hamas disarming and the withdrawal of Israeli forces, remain heavily stalled. According to CBS News, Egypt has announced 2 major archaeological discoveries that the government hopes will revitalize its crucial tourism industry. In the western desert's Dakhla oasis, archaeologists uncovered a remarkably well-preserved Byzantine-era residential city dating back to the 4th century. The site features streets forming public squares, a basilica church, watchtowers, bread ovens, kitchens, and private houses. Notably, researchers found coins bearing the portraits of Byzantine emperors, as well as approximately 200 pottery fragments, or ostraca, which served as ancient notepads containing details of daily transactions and private correspondence. Separately, at the Marina El Alamein site located roughly 62 miles west of Alexandria, researchers discovered 18 ancient tombs dating to the Greco-Roman era. These include both rock-cut and limestone-built structures. Inside, archaeologists unearthed pottery vessels, an 8-foot granite sarcophagus with skeletal remains, and a plaster sphinx. Skeletons in some of the tombs were found with gold foil placed inside their mouths, a funerary practice known as the Golden Tongue. Officials believe the site corresponds to Leucaspis, an ancient port city that thrived from the 2nd to 4th centuries before being devastated by a tsunami. A recent report by the International Institute for Strategic Studies, (ISS), covered by the Epoch Times, warns that Russia has successfully exploited vulnerabilities in NATO's air defense systems. Between August 2023 and February 2026, Russia conducted 1,050 drone operations over European airspace, including incursions into the territories of over a dozen NATO members and Ireland. These missions were not merely surveillance. They frequently forced the closure of major civilian airports and interfered with sensitive military facilities, including nuclear-related sites in France, the UK, and Germany. The ISS report, titled Russia's UAV Campaign Over Europe, highlights that these incursions have exposed critical weaknesses in European air defense, legal frameworks, and political coordination. While the European Union has proposed the European Drone Defense Initiative to address these threats, the report notes that current efforts lack the agility needed for effective, scalable results. Furthermore, the findings suggest that these operations were necessitated by Moscow's reduced intelligence gathering capacity following the expulsion of Russian personnel, prompting the Kremlin to utilize creative, albeit provocative, methods to probe Western defenses. According to a report by Tsingtao, multinational convenience store chain 7-Eleven has filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against sports brand giant Nike in a Dallas, Texas federal court. 7-Eleven alleges that Nike's upcoming Air Max 95 sneaker model unlawfully copies its iconic orange, green, and red three-stripe design, which the convenience store has used for decades. The retailer claims this could mislead consumers into believing the shoes are an official collaboration. Furthermore, 7-Eleven points out that Nike deliberately scheduled the sneaker's global release for July 11, which is celebrated annually as 7-Eleven Day. On this day, the convenience store traditionally offers promotions, such as free Slurpees. 7-Eleven stated it had attempted to resolve the dispute with Nike directly, but the footwear company refused to back down. Consequently, 7-Eleven is seeking an urgent court order to block the release of the shoes, demand a recall of already distributed pairs, and claim financial damages. Nike has not yet publicly commented on the lawsuit. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.